everyone, and this is the ninth memorable chess game of Bobby Fischer. In his famous book, My 60 Memorable Chess Games, Bobby Fischer ranked this game as his ninth memorable chess game. And Bobby Fischer's opponent is Edgar Walther. So this game was played in the Zurich tournament in 1959. And Bobby Fischer finished the tournament in the third place. And he was only 16 years old. He was the youngest player in that tournament. And the winner of the tournament was Mikhail Tal. Anyway, so let's quickly check out the ninth memorable chess game of Fischer. So Fischer is playing with the black pieces, and Edgar Walther has the white pieces. Walther starts the game with playing e4, c5. 16 years old Bobby Fischer played the Sicilian defense, knight to f3, d6, d4, c takes on d4, knight takes on d4, knight to f6, knight to c3, a6, bishop to g5, e6, f4, bishop to e7, queen to f3, knight from b to d7, and Edgar Walther castled in the queen side, queen to c7, bishop to d3, b5, bishop takes knight, knight takes on f6, rook from h to e1, and still Bobby Fischer didn't castle. Bishop to b7, king to b1, rook to c8, g4, knight to d7, and g5, knight to b6, f5. It's interesting that Bobby Fischer is not castling. e5, attacking the knight. By Fischer, attacking the knight. What now? Well, Edgar Walther played f6. He's attacking the bishop. And he played a deep, very beautiful move. Well, Bobby Fischer didn't capture the knight. He played g takes on f6. And then pawn takes pawn, bishop to f8 by Fischer. Let's take it back. After f6, if e takes on d4, then knight to d5, attacking the queen. If capturing the knight, then e takes on d5, and the bishop is pinned. And black is in trouble. So g takes on f6, pawn takes pawn, defending the bishop, knight to d5, attacking the queen, knight takes on d5, e takes on d5, and the pawn is pinned. Black can't capture the knight. Fischer played king to d8, unpinning the pawn, knight to c6, check. Fischer captured the knight, the annoying knight, with the bishop, d takes on c6, and queen takes pawn. In this position, black is a pawn up. Bishop to e4 by Fischer, attacking the queen. Queen to b6, queen to h5, attacking the pawn, but Fischer didn't defend the pawn, and he played king to c7. If queen to c7, then queen takes on e5. The pawn is pinned. This was just one possibility. But Fischer wanted to defend his king. It looks like his king is not looking very safe. Well, in this position, I would prefer to play with the white pieces. And white has the attacking position. King to c7 and bishop to f5, attacking the rook, rook to d8, and queen takes on f7, getting back the pawn. King to b8, queen to e6, queen to c7, rook to e3, a rook lift by Edgar Walther. Bishop to h6, attacking the rook, rook to c3, attacking the queen, queen to b7, f7, bishop to g7, rook from c to d3, bishop to f8, defending the pawn. Queen takes on e5 by Edgar Walther, a beautiful move, capturing the pawn and sacrificing the queen. Well, Fischer captures the queen, but then rook takes rook. Let's check how to defend. King to a7, but Edgar Walther played rook from 1 to d7. The queen is pinned, getting back the material. This is what happened in the game. c3, king to c7. Well, white is a pawn up in a winning position. Will Fischer going to survive in this mess? Rook to a8, attacking the pawn, king to d6. Well, rook takes on a6. White has two extra pawns. Is Fischer going to survive? Is it going to happen? King to e7, but rook to e6, that's check. Bishop to g6 was the better move for white, and white is better. White is winning. Rook to e6, 16 years old Bobby Fischer captures the pawn. King takes on f7, rook takes on e5, defending the pawn. C takes on b4, bishop takes on b4, h3, king to f6, rook to b5, defending the bishop, bishop to e4, rook to e8, rook to f5, that's check, king to g7, bishop to f3, rook to e1, check, king to c2, rook to f1, attacking the bishop, rook to d5, rook to f2, check, blocking with the rook and exchanging the rooks, h4, king to d3, king to f6. Well, in this endgame, we have opposite color bishops, but white has two extra pawns. It looks like white is winning, but Fischer didn't resign. King to c4, Bobby Fischer played king to e7, king to b5, king to d7, a4, and they played few more moves. Let me show you the other moves very quickly, for not wasting your time. And b6, Fischer played king to b7, king to a4, king to c6, bishop to b5, king to c5, and the game ended in a draw. They agreed to a draw. Well, that was close for Fischer, but Bobby Fischer managed to survive. And let me show you 10 more moves for demonstrating how this game is a draw. So let's say bishop to a6, bishop to e3, and in this position, white is not making any progress. Let me show you the other moves faster. And black can go back and forward. So as you can see, white is not making any progress. Bishop to f3, king to c7, if a6, king to b6, is perfectly fine for black, and black is defending everything. It's not very easy to match the pawns and promote a queen. This is why this game ended in a draw. So after child Bobby Fischer, 16 years old Bobby Fischer played king to c5. This game ended in a draw. An interesting chess game. This was the 9th memorable chess game of Bobby Fischer in his book, My 60 Memorable Chess Games. And Fischer, as a 16 years old teenager, managed to finish the tournament in the 3rd place. It was a very strong chess tournament. There was Paul Keres, Mikhail Tal, and many other great players in that Zurich tournament in 1959. It was a success for Bobby Fischer, a big success. And I hope to see you next time with the other chess games of Fischer. Take care. Bye bye.